and never knew his vice. My address is 2120 Highway 16 East. I live in Canton, Mississippi all my life. And I raised 12 children of my own and about 24 people. I guess you want to know how I did it, but God was on my side. And I had 4 children finish college, and some of them was in Hollywood. I did it all. And I drove a Head Start bus. We came to Plumhaven, Mississippi with 20 children. And we never had a conflict with my administrator, Lanny Thompson, Canton, Mississippi, welfare department. And I had how many? Most of them finished school, and most of them went to college. And I raised Patrick. I went to the hospital and picked Patrick up from the hospital. And I raised her until she got about 12 years old. And then she was returned back to her mother. And I still had more kids. So after Foster Town closed, I raised about 7 more children. And now I have an 18-month-old baby. I can't tell y'all the children names because God, I forgot one this time you gonna do. And we all got together and I worked. And my oldest son was my husband. He wasn't working because he was about 20 years old until he started to talk. And I had one son always went shopping whenever I would go shopping. I take 1 or 2 kids this time, and next time I take 2 or 3 more. We were always together. I never just left them all alone or nothing like that. I mostly had them with me in sex. And when I didn't, I had a daughter. She would always keep my young kids.
And if there's any grudges, just try to pray, ask the Lord to give you the spirit of forgiveness, and go on with life.
My young kids and shopping with the worst thing of all. But we made it. By the help of the Lord, we made it. Out in the room, we had heat, and we all had our own bed. They all had their own bed. I had 2 beds, sisters and brothers. I took their place in Jackson after they was transferred somewhere else. I cooked in Jackson for about 7 years and created art. And then I babysat for another lady about 10 years. She had 1 baby at the time. She moved to Alabama. So I'm still here. God bless me to still be here. And I have an 18-month-old baby. I'm seeing after her now. Because that was the thing around Canton, Mississippi at the time. And I felt like because I had the room and I was close to the place where I was working. And I felt like I could be a foster care. I've always had love for kids. I just decided that I would be a foster. They needed it. And I carried them to church every Sunday and they would meet everywhere I can. Well, I had one son, he was about 20 years old, and I had a daughter, she was about 19, and then I lived close around a school teacher, Dinah B. Jones, and her husband. I lived on their plantation, and they would always check around when I was gone. They would always check around to see about my kids. I would live on the farm. They worked by the day, but they never just went to farm every day.
All right. First question is what is your name, age, and where are you from?
My name is Patricia Robinson. My age is 52. I was born in New York. I was raised in Columbus, Georgia.
How many children do you have?
I have 3 girls.
Okay. What do you think about fostering and adoption?
Well, it can be a good thing and it can also be a bad thing if the person doesn't have good intentions.
All right. What parenting style do you use when raising children?
military, but with lenience.
Okay. How has your parenting style affected your children?
I'm hoping that it affected them in a good way, but no parent is perfect. And one thing about parenting, you'll never meet your children's expectations and they'll never meet yours.
What assistance did you receive, if any at all?
A husband, that's it.
Did you have a support system?
Yes.
What is the difference in raising children today versus when you was raising kids?
Well, today, most parents are young. They really don't spend time with their children. It's like the TV or the internet, social media raise them. Where before, and back in the day when I raised children, you had a neighborhood that took care of your children and you.
Okay. What problems, if any, did you run into as a parent?
Just learning how to be a parent. It's a step-by-step thing.
What was some happy moments you remember as a child and a parent?
Just being around family as a parent, just watching my children grow to adulthood.
Okay, what job did you work to support those children?
Many jobs. I worked for the government for 15 years. I worked at a convenience store as a manager. I've done many things. Sold cars. You name it, I probably did it.
Thank you. That's all. That concludes the interview.
All right, thank you.
What is your name, age, and where are you from?
My name is Jasmine Oliviere. I'm 32 years old, and I'm from Columbus, Georgia.
How many children do you have, if any at all?
At this present time, I have no kids, but I've helped raise 11 kids, and I'm an aunt of 4 kids.
What do you think of fostering and adoption?
I feel that anybody who is willing to foster or adopt and have the means to provide for the child should be allotted the chance to adopt or foster.
What was some happy moments you remember as a child?
I remember things like my dad coming home from deployment, spending time with him before he went back. I remember going to beaches with my mom and my grandma. I remember playing bingo with my grandma. I remember learning how to play the piano from my grandparents, going to church with them every Sunday.
What do you think is the difference in raising a child now versus when you were coming up?
When I was growing up as a child, you were taught to stand in a child's place, respect your elders, and I feel like that played a major role in my upbringing because I have a lot of respect for my elders. I don't talk back per se. I am very mindful of what I say. And with today's generation in society, I feel that kids aren't being taught to respect their elders. A lot of parents who were brought up around the same time as me, they didn't want to teach their kids to be the way, they didn't want to bring their kids up the way that they were brought up. So their leniency in the family, I would say, is more lax than it was with me. And I feel like, technology nowadays runs the household. When the kids are being the most, well, go get on your tablet, or, take my iPhone. So I feel like back when I was growing up, I was raised by a village, and today's society is raised by technology.